many farmers usually comes asking me, when are we supposed to plant watermelon? These are the things that you need to consider. One, the months that are hot. Best market now kicks in from August, September, October, November, December. I'm going to tell you why. Watermelon farming is subject to the market. The market is the biggest commander, or the market is what guides us when we want to get into watermelon farming. You cannot just get into watermelon farming blindly. So what are the factors, or what are the things, or what are the months, or what are the weeks, or which part of the year are we supposed to grow our watermelon? As we start this new watermelon farming project, I wanted to take you through when to grow watermelon and when not to grow watermelon. If you may decide to grow watermelon, this is the first training that you're supposed to look at. This is the first video you need to watch. This is what you need to know now before even you proceed to other trainings or now to grow our watermelon. We start here. The market. How is the market? Even before we select the seed, how do we know when to grow the watermelon and what type of watermelon are we supposed to farm? One, watermelon is highly consumed when it's very hot or when it's hot. That is for the open market that we have. Unless you are contracted to be a watermelon farmer to companies who produces juice, or to companies who usually uses watermelon throughout the year, because like there are some hotels who uses watermelon fruit throughout the year. If they contract you, well and good, you can grow watermelon any day, anytime you feel like growing, all depending with the orders. If you don't have such specific orders, this is for you. This is what you need to know to grow watermelon. One, watermelon farming is timing. And how do we go by this timing? Because you need to time when to sell, not when to plant. You get me clearly? You need to time when to sell, not when to plant. When you know when to sell, then you calculate back when you're supposed to plant your watermelon. Because many farmers usually comes asking me, when are we supposed to plant watermelon? And I ask them, why do you want to plant watermelon? Because watermelon is not like maize. When it's dry, we are going to store it. Watermelon, once it's ripened, you are done. You cannot keep it. You have to sell it. And sometimes you like the market. So these are the things that you need to consider. One, the months that are hot. I may not be able to mention all the months that are hot, but I can simply pick the months that you are not supposed to farm your watermelon, or you are not supposed to be harvesting your watermelon, especially to farmers those who are in East Africa. I may not be able to tell a story of other farmers who are outside East Africa, because when I speak with the experience of farming watermelon in East Africa. But you can borrow this idea and try to see with your experience from the location that you're in. In East Africa, the months of June and July and parts of August are very cold. And in these months, the consumption of watermelon is very low. So if many farmers produces watermelon, sometimes it becomes very tricky to sell their watermelon. And sometimes during this month of June and July, we usually receive high amount of watermelon that are rain-fed, that were grown in the months of March. So if you grow your watermelon and sells it during that period of May, June, July, sometimes you meet the so-called market glut. It's because the consumption of watermelon becomes lower. So whatever is coming, whatever was growing during March rains, comes to the market head of May, June, July, and because of the consumption is low, the market becomes flooded. Those who are doing with irrigation now, they becomes frustrated. You cannot even sell your watermelons. So it becomes so frustrating. So avoid targeting that market. Head of May, June, July, avoid that market. The best market now kicks in from August, September, October, November, December. I'm going to tell you why. From the month of August, the the weather changes and it becomes hot, and the demand of watermelon consumption becomes very high. So if you can be able to time and harvest your watermelon in the months of August, in the months of September, you're in a good market. The rain kick-starts in the months of October, November, and December. I will tell you something about October and November. The watermelon market goes lower because of the weather, though there is good movement of watermelon, but the consumption becomes lower. The rains destroys the watermelons in the fields. So even the supply in the market is low and the consumption is low. So there is no glut during that month. And the month of December becomes the big season for watermelon farmers. If you can be able to sell your watermelon during the month of December, you are going to make good money, because everybody, it's a celebration month. It's so many festivals and high consumption of watermelon. If you go to the parties during December holidays, you'll find that the fruit being served are watermelon, not mangoes, not any other fruit, are watermelon. So the consumption of watermelon during December is very high. Even if it's raining December, be assured there is a good market for you in December. Now, there is a month I need you to observe. We said it rains in October and November. Avoid planting your watermelon during that month, because everybody who is using rainfed is planting them like beans during the month of October and November. And this watermelon is harvested in the months of January and February. So if you are into the market of January and some part of February, you are in big mess, because the rain-fed watermelon that was grown in October, that was grown in November, now gets into the market in the months of January and February. This is specifically for I'm speaking with East African experience. I don't know what other people experience in other regions. Maybe if I to other regions, I can be able to explain better. So the months of January and February packed with watermelon, rain-fed watermelon. End of February, March, and April becomes another good festival season for watermelon farming. So if you can time that, because that the Easter holiday, that the Eid, the Muslim festival holiday, so you are able to sell your watermelon at a very good price. So if you can time during that month of the month of March, April, and part of May, you are going to sell your watermelon at a very good price. Then you sell your watermelon in the month of August, in the month of September at a very good price, and also December at a very good price. Other months, they are either discouraged by cold or very high rainfall, which lowers the consumption levels or destroys the watermelon in the farm. Hope you got the concept. Hope you've learned something from our today's training. This is our first video. This is our first training to usher our new watermelon farming session. So it's open and we start our learning from the beginning to the head. We make a mistake, we learn. We don't make a mistake, we continue learning. So hope you're tuned. Get your notebook, because this will be a marathon. This will be the best learning experience you've ever had in life or in watermelon farming. If this is your first time that you're watching me, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to be a member of this YouTube channel. By you becoming a member of this YouTube channel, you support my work. And if you like what I do, kindly support this work so that we can continue learning together. Bye.